All right. Okay. So I will share my screen now. So entire screen share, and that's it. That can that's that. I've been playing around with a couple of things. So, but I'll delete everything we have here. So what do we have here? We have Avai, and we have Index and stuff. Okay. First of all, introduction. My name is Vincent, and I will be taking you on the first subject on this cohort. Basically, just introducing you to web development, more or less. Um, so you were given an assignment, and I'll be doing something relatively close to what you were given, just to give you an idea of how to do it. But before that, I want to assume that we all have VS Code installed on our laptop. This software you can see on my screen, it's called VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Yeah, so it's used to write code basically. So I want to assume that we all have it installed. If you are not speaking, I think it will make sense for you to mute yourself. If you're not speaking. Yeah. Yeah. So aside from that, we also need what's called Git. And the reason why we need Git is so that you can push from VS Code to your GitHub account. You create a repository, you push to your repository, and all of that. Also, I'm also assuming that you know how to do all of this. This is a new device, and I was able to like quickly install stuff. So if you are having issues installing, maybe at the end of this session, you can just pick up and we'll find a solution, find a way of fixing that for you. Yeah, but basically, what you need to write code is just VS Code and Chrome. So I have Chrome here. Um, let me see. Okay, my server is not up, so this will break. Let me delete this, delete this, delete this. What else do we want? Oh, don't want this. So let me just pin this here, pin this here, and no, I'll leave this. This is my GitHub, so I'll just leave it up. All right. So amongst the things I told you guys to always have is an extension here called Live Server. So if you're on VS Code and you click on this extension icon, this is an extension icon. You can search for Live Server and then you install it, right? Then I already have it installed. So if I click Live Server here, you'll see it's installed. Unless I uninstall it, which of course I'm not going to do that. Like I treated all of this on the video you were meant to watch, so I wouldn't want to spend too much time on this. I want to assume you guys have seen the video and you know how to do these things yourself. Um, all right, so let's just look at what we want to do today. So what we want to do is oh, I closed some stuff up. Sorry. Yeah. All right. So this is something that we want to do. It's just HTML, so we don't want to do anything crazy. But we want to do something that has this feel, how this looks like basically. So that's what we want to do. And we don't want to make use of any CSS. So we are currently in just HTML. This guy is broken, so we want to run the server. So this guy is live. Although on our document, it's actually, let me close this extension. So we only have one document, index.html, and then we have image that has an avi in it. Which reminds me, I think I have to reduce the size of that avi. So let me quickly do that. So I'm going to open the picture in Paint. I'll edit it, and then I would just resize. I think uh, 50 is fine. 50 is fine. It's very small. And then I'll save, and that's that. It's just something I want to do. I mean, you don't have to do that. So yeah, let's run our server. If you have the extension installed, don't forget. If you don't have it installed, you're not going to see this. But if you have the extension installed, you'll see go live here. Go live. So I'll click on go live and it will open up our documents. on Chrome, which we want to use on Chrome. So we are not doing this exactly, but we're just going to like take one or two things from here and just do our own thing. So I think we can begin now. Um, I'm just going to be freestyling, but it's not difficult. It's not difficult. Currently, we have a blank link. I do not like that. I think I would prefer us to have a title here. Here we have 127 blah 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 blah. But that will not cut it for me. So I would like to I would like to add a title. But first, I would like to add the boilerplate. And then in the title section, what I did there was I held down Shift and then one to bring out the exclamation mark, and then I hit Enter. I'll do it again. Shift one to bring out it. Then you click on this or you just hit your Enter key, and that will fill up this. So default, the title is document, just document. And if you go to, sorry, is autosave on? Okay, yeah, it's on. All right. So if you refresh this, you see that it's not document. Document is up here. Of course, I don't want document to be there. I want it to be something else. So I'll just say first live class cohort two. Hopefully, I'm not spelling nonsense. Cohort two. Yeah, not so bad. All right. So if I come back here, it changes to first live class cohort two. And that is because we have live server on. So immediately I make any changes here, it will just reflect on Chrome. So that's the beautiful thing about a live server. Or else we would have to now manually be refreshing our page, which is which is not as good as having something that does that for you. All right, so let's start with the header. So does your website blah 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 blah? I don't care about that. I'm going to change that to mine. So I will just use let me just use my name. Let's assume we are creating a portfolio. So I'll create a H2 tag because I want it to be big. This text here is kind of big. So I'll use a H2 tag and I'll say my name is Vincent Obioma Mosu. That's my full government name. So that's what you get here. My name is Vincent Obioma Mosu. I don't know. I want it to be bigger. So I think I'll just set it for a H1 tag. So I'll change this H2 to H1 and let's see if it will get bigger. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. All right. I also want this guy to. I want to break. I want to add a break so that it starts from. It has my name is at the first place and then Vincent also below. Yeah. So this is a break tag just to add like your enter key to bring the rest down. Everything in front of it will come down. And that's the work. You can add multiple ones. You can add like two if you need more space and it has more space, but one would suffice in this case. All right, so what do I want to do next? What did this guy do? Published on. Okay. I'm going to use a tag called small, but I want it to be small, so I would say published on. Sorry, published on. Okay, so let's try something. Just before doing this, I want to try something. I want to create an image tag, and I want to add the that avi this avi that is here. I want to add it here. Let's see if that would work. Avi img slash avi dot jpeg. Yeah. So let's see. All right, so it works. So we have this guy here and we have small here, meaning small is an inline element. Because had it been this was a p tag, for instance, if I say p of course stands for paragraph. So if I say pp and all of that, then the p tag is going to come down because it takes up the whole width of that line. Yeah, but if it's a small element as it was Ctrl Z, then it will not be by its side, just by its side. Yeah. I want to try something. Let's try span. This span will also work. So let's say it will be span, span. Yeah, it also works as well, but it's a bit big, so I think I prefer the small. Yeah, it's published on what's today's date? Okay, 5th of 17, 2023. Yeah. Okay, not so bad. Not so bad. Now what next? We want to add a HR. HR stands for horizontal line. So I want to add a line underneath this guy. A line. So that's HR. So after HR, what did this guy say? So this is my first attempt, blah 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 blah. Oh well. Okay, okay. Or let's do something. Let's change this. Let's make this more cool. Like I might just say here, this is my uh sorry, let me just cut this guy off. Cut. Then I'll say personal portfolio. And then instead of published on, I'll just add my name here. I think that looks better. Yeah, I think this looks better. This is my personal portfolio, blah 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 blah. Then here, after the HR, then I'll add lorem. I'll add like let's just say where's the shift key? Yeah, there you are. So lorem, let's say two. So just look at this code closely. We have a p tag, and I'm saying inside this p tag, I want you to add lorem. Lorem is just dummy text. So you can, if I said just lorem, it's just going to be one string of lorem, which is dummy text. But if I say times two, that means I need more. For instance, if I just say lorem, sorry, lorem and tab key, it fills up this guy. So it creates a p tag and then adds this guy to it. This lorem inside the p tag, and that's what we see here. But had it been, I went with what I had before, which is two, and then tab key, it will create two of these and it's small. And if I say I want dummy text like 10, for instance, and tab key, it will just it will just be more. So that's just what's happening there. So lorem is just dummy text. So yeah. And all this stuff I'm doing is just when I said P and I said enter, it just fills out the opening and closing tag VS Code. Awesome tool. So it's really really simple. I would love you guys to like really take the time to understand these shortcuts. If you just save you some time. So if I want something inside of the p tag, I would just say p greater than. Then I'll write maybe image, and then which doesn't make any sense, of course. I think what would make sense is div, then image, then the image will be inside the div. So there's a div opening, closing, and then there's an image tag inside of it. But don't like it's good to know, but don't kill yourself over that. I mean, there's still time. This is your first week. I want to assume. Oh, you can't see my screen anymore. Jonathan, can you confirm? Okay, all right. So, guys, if you can see my screen, just signify by raising your hand. If you can see my screen, or if you cannot see my screen, then um, all right. So some persons can see my screen. I think it's maybe your network. I don't know. Yeah, sorry about that, but they can see my screen. All right. Okay. So let's just continue. Sorry about that. Check your connection. Maybe it's your connection. Yeah. So let's just continue. So we have the p tag and we have two lorems inside of it. Now, after it, then I'll just put a HR as well. So if you check our site, we have one HR, we have our p tag with text, dummy text, and then we have another HR. And then I'll do the same thing, I think, but this time around I'll make it three. So I'll add like times three, just make it a little bit bigger. Then check what we have. Yeah, so it's a bit more. And then I would create another HR. I think that's what I want to do. And let me look for a big picture. Let me look for a big picture online. So I really really like Luffy. So you guys will have to forgive me. I think I've said that before, so it's not like it's not something new. All right, so let's get something. Let's get something awesome. Okay, this looks terrible, but I'm going to use it. Oh my god, it looks really really terrible. Uh, I just want the text. I just want the picture. Sorry, rather. I don't know. It's taking time to load, so we're going to leave that and go with something else. Yeah, much better. All right, so wow, this is awesome. Like, do you guys watch? Do you guys watch? Do you guys watch? What's it called? One Piece. Who watches One Piece here? Who watches One Piece here? You have to be taken to stage three. You know, you have full marks. You have full marks. Oh, you watch? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right. So whoever you are, you just comment on the web dev group. Like, you get full marks. Just for watching One Piece. It's fine. All right. So I'm going to go here. Okay. So this is Luffy. All right. So just after this HR, I'm going to add an image tag, and then I'm going to connect this image we just got now. So the image is found inside the img folder, and inside the img folder we have Luffy.jpg. So same thing inside the source of the image. That is what the source stands for. I'll just write img, which is the folder, and then I would say I'll go to Luffy. VS Code makes it like really really easy. You don't even need to type it out. As long as you say img slash, without even completely typing img, it just comes out as an option, and then you select whatever you want to select. So it's just awesome. VS Code, awesome, awesome. All right, so Luffy is way too big, so it's like it's causing an overflow here. It's causing an overflow. So look at what we're going to do here. I'm just going to manually like delete. Sorry. Um. Yeah. Manually delete Luffy. Like edit Luffy rather. I'm not deleting Luffy. I can't delete my guy. So I'm just going to resize this to, let's just say 800. I don't know. I think 800 will be fine. Save. And then if you go to our site, yeah. So it's no longer bigger than the page, so it's no longer overflowing, and this is fine. All right, so we have Luffy here. So what's the next thing? Let's add some buttons. So let's just say let's add two buttons. So I'll add a button. Okay, no, let me say the same thing. Button start two, and then tab to create two different buttons. Now I'd say one to learn more about Luffy, one to learn more about Luffy. That's the first one. Then the second one would be never mind. Never mind. Never. All right. Okay. Here we go again. Okay. So it's very possible. So I just have to check. So can you guys still see what I'm doing? See. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Um. So we have two buttons now. We have buttons one to learn more about Luffy, and then we have never mind. These are two buttons. So let's go to what we have. I was working on something, so you guys will forgive the other screens. So what we have here, we have want to learn more about Luffy, and then we have Nevermind. Now, as you can see, um, this guy is an inline. Like buttons are inline, and same applies to IMGs images. They are also inline elements. So the image ends here, and then beside it, we have another inline element, which is the two buttons. Want to learn more about Luffy or Nevermind. So this is not what we want. We want these guys to be below this guy. So what do? We make sure then that these two are inside a div, because divs are block elements. So just to explain what I mean, I will cut everything here. I'll cut it Control X, and then I'll create a div. Sorry, my caps lock is on. So I'll create a div. Then inside the div, I will paste what I just copied. So this div would make it would make it it's a block element, so definitely it can't be beside the image. So it should come down, and then these two buttons will be side by side inside the div. So that's what I just did. So to check here, we have want to learn more about Luffy. Never mind. I think I'll add a break. I need a bit of space there, so I'll just put a break tag here. Maybe two break tags. I don't know. Two break tags here. Yeah, and then yeah, it's now kind of this is for recording, so you have to ignore these guys here. Yeah. So it's just my screen. It's just recording. All right. So these are the two links. Now finally, what I want to do is how do I do this? Okay. All right. So let's just do it like this. I think the first thing I want to do is I want to create another page. So I'll create a new page and I'll say about dot JPEG. Right? Sorry, JPEG. What? That's a mistake. It's not JPEG. I'll close the IMG. I was trying to create something inside the IMG folder, which is wrong. It should be here. So here I will just say about .html, right? So this is a brand new page. Now this is HTML index page, and then this is a brand new page about page. So I want to link to this about page. So I would wrap this first button because I want to add a link to it. Currently, if I click on it, it takes me nowhere. It's just there. It takes me nowhere. But I want to add a link so that it will link to this guy, right? So I will hold down Control Shift P, Control Shift P, and then I will search for abbreviation. I think, yeah, wrap with abbreviation. So then I'll just type A, just A, and then um everything that A is the A tag. It's now be the buttons will now be wrapped around it. Now I'm going to say Control Z to take it off so that let's do it manually. So manually, I'll just write my A tag. It comes with its closing tag. Then I'll cut the closing tag, take it to the end of the first button, and then I'll paste it there. That's basically what I just did. I just did the whole shortcut thing because, in my opinion, everybody should really learn shortcuts. So what I did again was I selected everything I want to wrap the A tag around. Then as I said Control Shift P, then I search for abbreviation. But now it's the first thing, is the most recently used. So that's what will be here. Press your enter key and then you type your abbreviation, which is A, and it wraps it with A. Now the href is telling me, okay, where do you want to send this button to? If somebody clicks on this button, where are you taking them to? So I'm taking them to slash about.html. So now if I click on this guy, it takes me to this page, which is about.html. If you check the URL here, it's about.html. But of course, it's blank because we've not added anything. So, um, yeah, so that's how you add a link basically. And links, of course, are um, they're also inline elements. So it doesn't destroy this flow going on here with the buttons being side by side. So it will still work. Um, so just to save time, I'm going to copy everything here. I'm going to about.html. I'm going to paste it here, and then I'm going to change this first live class cohort. So okay, sorry, I'm just going to say this is Luffy's um story or whatever. I'm just I'm just coming up with stuff. Okay, so this is the about us page. Let me refresh this. Luffy's story, right? Then I'm just going to change this name to Luffy, and then yeah, basically I can just change the content. I mean, it's the same thing. There's nothing different from what I've been doing so far. So we really do not want to do anything. We really do not want to do anything. What's it called? CSS on this call. So that's why this will just have to suffice. But there's something I want to do. There are two things actually I want to do. So the first thing is I want to let you guys understand that when you create an index.html page and you go, for instance, this is the URL to the About Us page. It has the home. So this is the land, this is like the direct URL, then slash the page, right? But if I take off this guy and just say just this URL, it will take me to the home page. So what I mean is that you can either say this slash index.html, which is the index, which will still be this page, or just the direct URL. It will still take you to this page because this is the index. So when you are naming your files, for instance, you want to host your file on GitHub and you want to do your GitHub pages, you want to, post this so that somebody would see it, and your homepage is not index.html, it won't work because GitHub and so many hosting companies will be searching for your index.html because they know that that is your homepage. So if you have been working and you are trying to work and everything is working fine, and then you host it on GitHub and it's not working, just try to check if your index, like your homepage, is index.html. If it is not, please go back and rename it to index.html. Yeah. So that's the first thing I wanted to say, so that you don't worry yourself too much about that. Now, the second thing I want to say is I want to add a bit of, and everybody here is going to do it. You know, I want to add a bit of CSS here with the font. The assignment I gave to you guys, it came with like a really nice looking font. So I mean, it's only fair you guys do the same thing. There is a video on Google Fonts which I will drop, but let me quickly still do it here. So I'll go to fonts.google.com. I think I searched. Sorry. Oh, listen. I think- Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Um, I'm getting complaint that it's not like really straightforward, like it's breaking or something. Uh, Sorry about that. Let me check the messages really really quickly. Let me see. Here are messages. Like I'm not really okay. Yeah, this is the chat. Okay, is this really the chat? I don't think so. Okay. Okay. The sound keeps cutting. Okay, the person is just static. It's not showing what you are exactly doing. It seems like a network. The screen is hooked on one spot. Okay. All right. Sorry guys. I don't know, guys. I think most people said they can see my screen. Okay, so I'm on fonts.google.com. Can you guys at least see that? I'm on fonts.google.com. Can you? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's quickly do what we want to do. Don't worry. The recording will be provided, and it's smooth over here because I'm the one recording. So I don't know. I think some people can still see me clearly. If you can't, sorry about that. Maybe due to network or something. All right. So I'm going to go to a category. I want something very very stylish. So I'm going to go to handwriting. Just handwriting. So it's just give me fonts that are like handwriting. I'm going to go with I don't know. Let me go with this guy, Coget. So I'll click on Coget, and I will just select one font with. I'll select just one font with. Oh, it even comes with just one, so that's fine. I'll select regular, and then dismiss. Then it comes here. Selected family is Coget, and it's regular 400. So I'm just going to go to the link option. I'll copy everything here. Don't do too much. Just go to the link option, copy everything here. Go to your code, the header tag. Inside the header tag, open and close and inside. And then I'll paste it here. Now, after pasting this here, yeah, then the next thing I'm going to do is inside the, is it inside? I think it's still inside the header. Inside the header tag, I'm going to write a style tag. And then I'm going to say I'm going to use a star. So what star means is that you're selecting everything. So all the whole elements H1, IMG, HRP, span, you are selecting everything. That's what the star stands for. So I'm saying I'm selecting everything, and I want everything the font the font family to be this guy. But where do I get the font family? It's still here. So I'm just going to scroll down here, and then you'll see font family to get cursive. I'll copy everything. I'll come back here, and then I'll paste it inside here, and that's that. Now, if you check the site, you see that this is how the site now looks. Yeah. So you guys, if you have submitted, it's fine. But I would really, really advise you to go back and try to add a cute, like good looking font on your website. So yeah. So we've done two pages. We've done one, which is basically the same thing, but and then the second page, which is the Luffy story, blah blah blah. And we've exceeded 30 minutes. We don't want the call to exceed 30 minutes. But let's just take like 2 more minutes to host this guy live, right? First, I'm going to push it to GitHub. Some of you use Terminal, you are senior devs, I don't have the strength for terminals. So I'm just going to add a commit message here. I would say um, about us page created, then I'll commit this, yes, and then I'll say sync changes, right? Okay, okay. And then uh, connection was resetting to GitHub. Really? What's the problem? Sorry, connection was reset. I really have no idea why I'm having a problem. But let me try syncing again. If you don't. All right. So if it happens again, we're just going to search for the reason why that's happening, and then we'll find a solution. But it shouldn't ordinarily happen. This is a new device, so I just quickly installed this evening. Quickly installed a couple of things I would need, Git and the rest. So that's why it's having this little issues. But okay, upstream, stream, blah 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 blah. I really don't know what the problem is. Okay, so let's do this. Just to be quick. So I'm going to create a folder here called new, and I'm going to. Okay, so this is the folder we're working on, right? So I'm going to copy everything here. I'm not going to cut. I'm just going to close VS Code. So I'm going to go to new. I'm going to paste this here, and then I'm going to go to my GitHub. So I might as well do this from scratch. So I'm going to go to GitHub. Then I'll create a new repo, new repository. Then I'll give it a name. Maybe I'll give it. Maybe I'll just call it Luffy. You know. So I'll say Luffy. Then it's public. I'll create a repository. Yeah, that's that. So I'm just going to come here, copy this URL, then I'll go to my VS Code. Okay, which I closed. Sorry. So I just have to open it again. VS Code. I'll open it up. All right. So this is what we have had before, right? So I'm just going to open. I don't really want to spend too much time fixing that. So I'm just going to take the shortcut. Then we're going to go through your problems, whatever problems you have. So I'm going to go to source control and I'll say initialize repository, right? So I'm going to write my commits. I'll just call it first commit. Then I'll commit this, yes. Then tell me what am I. Okay. Sorry. Let me push. Sorry, I was supposed to push. So I will say pull push, and I'll say push to where. It's asking me where are you pushing to? We created a repository here called Luffy. So, and I copied the URL here. So I'll just go back here and I'll say add robots, and then I'll paste the URL there, then enter. Then I'll give it a name. I'll just call it Luffy. Then enter as well. and that's that. Connection was reset. I really don't know why this is giving me this problem. Okay, unable to access this guy. Connection was reset. Okay, sorry guys, let's just find a solution to this. I don't really know why that is happening. Connection was reset. Okay. Uh, I also got a similar situation. That's when I came across an answer on Code Grepper when he provided this. Okay. Alright, let's try that. It's a good thing this happened. So guys, this is how you solve issues. Oh yeah. So let's try that again. Let's try to let's go back to let's copy this guy. Then let's say code push to this guy with the okay, let me click on publish branch first. I think okay, it has published. Sorry, let me see something. I was on test before. Let's leave here. Let's leave here. Let's put up my list of repositories. Oh, sorry. Loads of repositories that are hidden. It's not see this. Okay, let me not say anything. Just close my mouth. All right, so this is your repositories, and then the first repository I think is testy. Okay, so this is it. I'll click on it. Let's see what's happening. Okay, so this is the file here, and this is the img. So the first one worked. I think I just had to publish the branch. I didn't publish it. Although now I can't even remember the error message I was getting then. Maybe this fixed that, and then when I published it worked. But I don't really recall what the problem was. But anyway, we've pushed to GitHub. Um, yeah. So okay, let me try changing something and then pushing again. Let me just make a little bit of change. If you want piece, and that's a new change. So I'll just say add uh change, right? So commit yes. Let's see changes. Let's see. All right, so that worked. So it's the changes have been pushed. If I refresh this, this commit message will change. So I think text changes. That's the commit message I added just now. All right. So really, really. So go to index.html. Yeah, there's only one file. I just discovered there's only one file here. Should be two, right? Should be two files, not one. Okay, very very funny. So let's go back to Luffy. Let's see what's happening. It's Luffy. So it's Luffy that's working now, not even that one. Because I was surprised, like what's happening. So this is the one I just pushed to Luffy. In fact, even the previous push I did was still to Luffy. So it wasn't going to test it. It was Luffy. My bad, my mistake. So this is the changes we made. Add text change. Okay. So let's host this guy. Let's host this guy online. So I'm going to go to settings, and then I'll go to what's it called, pages. So I'll click on pages here. Then I'll go to what branch am I deploying? Deploy. So I'm going to select master, right, and save. For some of you, you may see main instead of master. It's fine. It's basically the same thing. So I'm just going to save, and give it some time. So after some time, it's going to pull out a link here for me and saying, okay, yeah, we have your link now. You can now view your page. You know, yeah, so let's just give it a bit more time. But before then, if you have questions, I think it's only fair for you to ask your questions, guys. If you have questions, I'm not really familiar with this interface. I don't know. This these are the second or third time I'm using it. I'm using Teams. I mostly use VS Code. So, guys, do you have any questions? Or have you all been muted? Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Um, Let me open all the participants so I can see their hands. Yeah, Mrs. Innocent. Ah, I know Mrs. Innocent. Yes. Mrs. Innocent, welcome. So what's good? Yeah, good evening. Okay, is it compulsory that the homepage is index.html? Yeah, I'm just giving like the default URL is index.html. That's just like the default. So I'm not going to say and say it's compulsory, but that's just the default. That's the default that the companies would always look out for. The hosting services will always look out for. This site is live now. Sorry, Miss Innocent. So I just refreshed the page and it's live. Your site is live at this guy. So if I open it up here, then you'd see what we just created. It's now live. If you go to this URL now, which I think I should post in, where is that chat? I think the chat is here. Yeah. So if I post this, paste this here and send it, it's live, it's open. Okay, there's a question in the chat. Okay, can this be done using the mobile phone? Please use your. So I have a friend. I have a friend. Okay, let's just end there. I mean, we're done basically with the class. We don't want it to get too long. You know, this is already 42 minutes. That's much. You know, so let's just end the recording.